We're really delighted to have with us here Mr. Rajiv Kher, Additional Secretary, Department of Commerce, Ministry of Commerce and Industry at CPHI Japan. This is a platform which has seen the global launch of Brand India Pharma. So I'm just going to ask a couple of questions, ask Mr. Kher a couple of questions to try and understand the vision and strategy, the reasoning behind this launch here. My first question to Mr. Kher is, what does Brand India Pharma stand for?
Well, Brand India Pharma is a concept which encompasses the salient strengths of India. To top it all, we perceive that Brand India as a brand which would convey to a consumer or anybody who has anything to do with Indian pharma three attributes. And these three attributes are the fact that it's all pervasive, it runs across geographies, it runs across the variety of disease profiles that you have. So that is omnipresence of Brand India. The second is affordability. So it's very affordable, and when you compare it with even generics produced by other countries, it is much cheaper. Or when you compare it with the innovator drugs, the patented drugs, then of course it's much cheaper. So affordability is the second attribute, and the third attribute, and which is very important, extremely significant, and which India respects a lot, is the quality. So a medicine which originates from India must convey to the recipient the fact that these medicines have been produced following the best possible technology and best possible care in ensuring that they respond to the requisite standards and quality parameters, and quality is assured when you see Brand India.
Right, that's very useful. From a layman's perspective, we could say that that these are the three quality parameters that we would like to connect with Brand Pharma for the Indian pharmaceutical industry. And the Indian pharmaceutical industry, as we understand, is growing from strength to strength each year, adding and consolidating itself. So why is it that the launch of Brand India Pharma has been launched now and at CPHI Japan?
Well, first of all, why now? Well, the answer could be that it is now that we recognize that there is a need for us to establish the fact that there is a Brand India which connotes the three salient features which I have mentioned earlier. Why in Japan? For a very simple reason that this is the first opportunity on an international platform to recognize this Brand India, and more importantly, we can consider Japan as a highly challenging market, and there could not have been a better opportunity than to be in Japan to prove the point that we are strongly quality oriented, and we are accepted globally by the most regulated markets, and therefore there is no reason why this brand cannot be accepted in Japan.
What we just see behind us is the campaign logo, which is Pharmacy of the World. So what exactly is the strategy, the vision, and the strategy behind promoting India as the pharmacy of the world?
See, as I said earlier, this omnipresence is what determines India's description as pharmacy of the world. Now, when I say omnipresence, it's not necessarily the fact that Indian medicines are exported to 200 odd countries, but also the fact that Indian medicines are available, or India is in a position to produce medicines for all segments of the healthcare profile. So India can produce medicines for lifestyle related diseases, India can produce medicines for a variety of public health problems, and a variety of specific geography related problems. So this pharmacy of the world essentially originates from this capacity of India to be able to produce medicines for all geographies and all diseases. That's the first. Secondly, the vision that we have, well, our vision essentially has a two-dimensional character to it. First is that we should be in a position to respond to any challenge which is faced by anywhere by mankind, and which means that you tell us a problem and we give you a solution. So that is what we would like to see. And secondly, we should be in a position to offer medicines to every strata of a given society. And that is where, this is that equity aspect. When you talk of pharmacy of the world, you are talking of a world which is developed and developing, and within developed and developing societies, you have tiers of society, socio-economic. So you are talking of medicines which are available to every part of that world. That's why you are pharmacy. So that's the origin.
And finally, my last question to you. What has been your experience at CPHI Japan? You've had a very full agenda, engaging with different kinds of audiences, participating in business seminars. You have engaged with the media conferences, plus with the policy makers and regulators. So what is it? What is the perception, or rather the experience which you take back?
I think this has been an extremely useful experience, a very rewarding experience. We have been promoting Indian pharma for several years now. But the format has essentially been, the usual delegations and the buyer seller meets and the reverse buyer seller meets. But it has rarely been that a product has been positioned with a certain backdrop of being a brand, and then most important, coming to a place where there is a relative lack of understanding about this brand, and therefore you have to establish yourself.
Right.
And you have to establish yourself in an environment which is extremely demanding, extremely challenging. You are talking to people who are ranging from policymakers to consumers. So I think it's overall been an extremely useful experience, and we would like to build upon it.
Certainly. We look forward to the promotion of Brand India and building of global partnerships. I would like to thank Mr. Kher. Thank you.